Yo, how's it going, guys? Hope you're good. Finally back with this video now. This time round, USA in AOR Round 18, and quite a special occasion coming into this, as we can potentially seal the title today. We failed to do that in Japan, so we're looking to do that hopefully today. I believe coming into this race, we needed to just not get outscored by 10, 12 points by Ciaru. So yeah, we had to get a strong collie and strong race, keep it clean, and hope for a good race really. And yeah, coming into this turn 1 now, breaking at the 100 meter board, locking up slightly, but still just about keeping the right line into there. Get a good exit, as you can see. Sierra Hamilton setting a decent time there. We're still on a 35.7, I believe, which is really a good lap, to be honest. And yeah, coming into this S's now, really enjoyed going through there. This section 2 is really important. I realised, like, in the practice, I just realised how important those two corners were there, because it gives you a great slingshot coming into this corner here, and believe me, it gives you massive advantage. And yeah, coming into hairpin now, pretty good exit, tidy. Here I had no clue that my brother was going to give me slipstream, and he kindly just stayed back and tried to give me slipstream, but as you can see from Delta, we gained absolutely nothing. So coming into now, breaking at 100 meter board, just about clipping the apex. I think that's the best line I've took the whole practice. Like, coming into this now, I actually managed to do a better line than I did in practice. Yeah, so I was quite happy with that. This corner I struggled a bit with, but still managed to get a good line through there. Coming into this, 3 right-handers, like triple right-handers, keeping a really good line through there. Coming to this blind left-hander, you can't see the apex, but we managed to hit that too, so everything looking good so far. Coming into this last corner, and we just break early, slightly early, about 10 meters early, and unfortunately we lost about a tenth there. I don't think I would have got pole, but I would have got at least second. And as you can see there, just that little time between us and Sierra Hamilton cost our second place position. But again, I wasn't really too bothered about it, because I knew like race pace was good. I knew the race strategy this time, unlike Japan, and just really hyped for this race. Really looking forward to it. And yeah, just setting up the fuel, putting -2, and yeah, I'll just do the Q&A quickly, and we'll get back to the race shortly after that. Would you rather have someone like Cupid or JD as a teammate, so they can perhaps push you harder, or keep your brother as a teammate? Um, to be honest, like, I've raced against my brother like for like 10 years now, or even more, and he's the one that's actually pushed me harder. Like, on simulators, we raced a lot. We pretty much raced nearly every day on like F1 games, and we actually pushed each other like to the limit each time. Like, losing was not an option for us. We had to win every time we played something, like every time we raced or whatever. So the reason he's actually been like not so good this season is because, like, he's struggling with the pedals he has. He has the same pedals as me, but for him, like, he struggles more, and he doesn't really play the game that much because he doesn't like the handling. But if F1 2017 is a more realistic game and he has like better pedals, he will be up there. Trust me, he will be up there, and I'd love to have him as a teammate again. In terms of having Cupid or JD, I'd love that too. Like, for me, like, I love a challenge, and that'd be great to have someone different for once. But yeah, that's it. What are your thoughts about you being compared to Nobu 2909 by a few people? To be honest, I don't think there's much to compare, because what he's done in the past is not really something you can compare to what I'm doing now. And whether that's him winning 5 titles, or like, it's just, he did it on a different game. I'm doing it on a different game. I'm doing it against different drivers. I feel like I'm racing against the most competitive drivers, like, especially this grid. I think it's the most competitive it's ever been. But I'd honestly love to race against him. Sadly, I've never got the chance to. But for me, like, I don't have any. I'm not scared of racing anyone. And if he ever wants to race, I'll be happy with that. But I do respect and understand like his situation, and yeah, that's all I can say really. I mean, yeah. What is your favourite track, and which track do you hate? Hungary is my favourite track. I've always loved that track ever since I was a kid. And what track do I hate the most? Probably Malaysia, I'd say. Malaysia or China, one of the two. How do you prepare for a league career? Um, I don't know how to say or how to prepare, whatever. Just do some practice. If you feel like you're quick on the game, or if you think you can improve during the game, then just sign up for a league, and any league really. Just sign up and do your best. And if you feel like you can get better, just try and sign up for AOR. How does one sign up for these AOR Championship? I'll leave a link below. All you have to do is just go on the forums and find like the specific like platform you're on and what tier you think you can do, and just there's a sign up thread there. It's pretty easy. I'll leave a link below. Thanks again for the questions. Feel free to ask more for the future. Just leave in the comments below. But let's get ready for this race now. Lining up on the grid, third position. Just hoping to get a clean start. We have Sierra Hamilton on the left, Cupid right behind us, and away we go now. We a fairly decent start. Put it up to Rich. No, we don't actually put it up to Rich. We switch back onto the inside, going down the inside of Sierra Hamilton. He lags a bit, jumps back. We have that move done already, up into P2, and you might have actually seen a car flying there, and that was actually Sierra flying through like Sierra Hamilton's car. So yeah, Sierra like just went flying basically. That's all I could say. I hope he had a good flight. But yeah, coming into like P2 now. Cupid right behind us, and I was actually practicing with him like early on, and we did a few like race sims, and he was really quick. So just try and throw a dummy on here on Martin. He does it on us, so we thought we'd do it on him. So yeah, just trying to get a decent exit out there, which we do. Get in the slipstream, go past the DRS board, bit into Rich, get that slipstream, go down the inside. We do it like Barrichello Schumacher. Go like just brake nicely, make the apex, and that's us up into P1 within about 40-50 seconds. Go from P3 to P1 that quickly, and at this point I was really hyped, pumped up, gassed, whatever you want to call it. Just glad to have made those two moves straight away, put the car between me and Cupid, and hope to have pull away. And yeah, that was pretty much how I was feeling then. Just amazing, and knowing like if I can win like this race, then it'll be a special moment for me, sealing the championship like that. And yeah, at the moment my mind was just not even on the championship, it's just on winning this race. Really wanted to win a race, and I didn't win the past two, so I was like, I had to make sure just my hunger for this race win was there. So yeah, and we still have Martin between me and Cupid, and I was actually like really interested to see what Martin's pace was like, because in qualifying he managed to pull a really good lap, and I was thinking like that's actually his like true pace. So yeah, I was just interested to see how his pace was in the race. But as you can see there, Cupid went down inside of Martin, gone past him. They go side by side for a few moments there, and now we have a like solid gap. Because them two have battled for a bit, we have a solid gap. But Cupid, with his pace, he managed to close that straight away, and he was already on our tail on lap 3. Coming to the DRS detection point, he's well in the DRS. He's well like within 1 second out of DRS, and we switch in Rich now. Go past the DRS board, and we look if the DRS is actually effective, and you can see now. Look at the amount he's gaining. And he just puts it down inside. We don't put up a fight because we can see Limitless and Martin right behind us. So I don't want to like battle now. But then suddenly something kicked in, and something's like it's just never like had during the season to me. And suddenly I just felt like I want to battle, and just put it down the inside. Brilliant move there, nice and easy, not easy, but like nice and smooth, you could say, no contact. And we managed to make that stick, and again, feel really gassed about that, just really like pumped up. And yeah, just last like 5, 6, 7 races been just like battling like that, wheel to wheel battling. It's like a mirror or reflection, I don't know how you want to say it, but it's different compared to the first half of the season. And I'm just glad to be able to battle drivers like this. And coming to lap 5 now, getting a fairly decent exit once again, and Cupid right on our tail, and you can see right behind him is Limitless and Martin. So we have to like make sure that if we do battle, we don't actually end up losing positions battling. But at this point, I don't think we like cared. Like, I don't think I cared or Cupid cared. I don't know about Martin Limitless, but yeah, it was they were batting too. So it's just, yeah, the race was like looking good, like top four really close, and yeah, just from now on when Cupid overtook us, we just wanted to follow him and make a like move on him on the next DRS zone, not the one on the main straight, but on the back straight. And as you can see now, I think we've pulled a gap to Limitless and Martin. So yeah, for me this worked too. Like just following Cupid, that would have been nice as well. And opening the DRS as well. I don't know if he got a tank stop or he just wanted to avoid slipstream. But as you can see now, we have a gap over a second, I believe. Cutting onto the end of lap 6. I believe this was a one-stop race, so we knew the strategy. Me and Cupid knew the strategy this time round, and we managed to practice that and see if it's quicker than a two-stop, which it was. So yeah, just basic strategy, super soft, medium. So at this current moment, we're just thinking. Well, I was thinking anyway, just thinking like, what's the best lap to pit on, and normally like. Actually, yeah, that's another thing right now. Actually, and yeah, Cupid's car lagged back, so it was actually like an AI took over for a few moments there. So once it like resynced, yeah, it just like the gap became massive. So I was actually racing against Cupid's AI for a few moments. So yeah, that was not great. And as you can see there, we've actually like dropped back over a second. So a bit gutted about that because I felt like. Once I was in his DRS, there's no way he could have pulled away. But nowadays, like within 1 second, you can see his true pace now that he can actually open the gap without me following in his slipstream. But going back to what I was saying earlier, yeah, just normally the races, like I feel like I've got the pace over the drivers. I tend to go for overcuts, which is because I know that when I go for the overcut, I won't lose too much, and when I come out the pits, I'll have fresher tyres and able to catch quicker. But this race, because I knew Cupid was just way faster, I had to make sure we either pit on the same lap or I just had to undercut. Like that was the only way for me to be able to challenge him this race. And seeing the gap now to Limitless and Martin, it's clear to see that Cupid has got the upper hand in this race. And now we look and we see that it's lap 8 and like Jeff's telling us to pit. Yeah, we just thought about pitting, and we just like as soon as I came round this like second to last corner, I was just looking to see if Cupid's pitting or not. I was kind of hoping he didn't, and he didn't, and we just pull into the pits. We act quick about that, real smart, coming into the pits, not speeding, and we look behind to see. I think that's Limitless, or is that Martin? Yeah, that's Martin. So we're hoping to like not get held up, just like we did in Singapore and Germany. We don't get jumped, no dramas. 1.8, I think that was 1.8 seconds pit stop. So I've never had that this season, I don't believe. So what a time to do it. And come out the pits now behind about 3 cars maybe. I think that's Jason on our right now, and he goes slightly wide onto the exit curb, and that allows us to get the traction better than him, and we hang it around the outside, and that's quite good for us, because if we were stuck behind him, that would have been us losing a few like tenths or seconds. So it's good to be able to clear him straight away, and we're about 1.2 seconds behind Maurizio Alonso, who's a reserve driver driving for Force India this race, and ahead of him we have Ciaru. So you can see that Ciaru is unfortunately had a bad race once again, been taken out either by lag or just no fault of his own. So that's unfortunate for him, because it would have been good to have a fair title challenge and fair title battle at the end. It would have been good to win it with pride and whatever, but yeah, at the moment just focusing on undercutting Cupid, and coming out the corner now, we see the gap and we just go for it straight away. Like any other race, if I was the one leading and it wasn't Cupid, I would have not gone for that gap probably, but knowing that I need the undercut, I had to go for it. Went for it, clean move. Already on Ciaru's tail now. He's on much older tyres, so we're just hoping to get close and overtake him like whenever we can. But good thing for us, he pulled into the pit, so that's again a clean air for us coming into the last corner. And now we look on the map. we look on the map to see where Cupid is, and we see two cars there, I think. Yeah, two cars. And the car ahead is actually Cupid's car, I think. Yeah, so we jump him, and we actually put a few cars. I think we put one. I think Maurizio Alonso. Yeah, we put one car between us, with Maurizio Alonso being that. So that's good news for us. Really good news. And yeah, just wanted to like pull away. Well, not pull away, just keep the gap, whatever gap we have now. And the gap we have, I think, is 8 tenths. I can't see exactly, but I think it's 8 tenths. So whatever the gap to Alonso is, like from Alonso to Cupid, it's enough for overall it to be 1 second, like from us to Cupid. So again, another good news for us. And the only car ahead of us now is AOR Reversal on a different strategy. I think this race he started outside top 10, so I think he went for the super soft strategy. I could be wrong, but I think that's what he did. So yeah, we're technically in net lead now. So, and as you can see there, Cupid's gone past Alonso. So now he's up into third. He's got clean air now. We've both got clean air, and it's just all about like lap times and who can be more consistent. And you can see now the gap. Like, I think it's 1.8 becomes 1.7. From 1.7 goes to 1.6. 1.6 once again. What's this time round? 1.4 I think it was. 1.2. 1.4. Still like, what's it now? I can't see what it was then, but now it's 1.1. And yeah, just like the gap just like stayed like really close, and he managed to close it from 1.6, 1.7 to 1.1. And with him being on like 1 lap fresher tyres and him just having better pace around here, I was actually happy to be able to keep that consistency going. And it was honestly like really hard for both of us. Like Cupid said it himself too, to close the gap to me was hard for him, and for me it was also hard to like maintain it. And on lap 89 we have a moment there, we nearly binned it, and we had a half slide coming out there. That surely cost us time. And what we've been trying for the past like 10 laps to keep Cupid out of the DRS is surely gone now. Surely is in the DRS now after that mistake. And for us, that was it. Like, there was no chance after that we could like get him out of the DRS after that, because he already has great pace. And when someone has great pace and he's also got DRS, you have no chance. Unless like they make a like silly mistake, there's no chance. And you can see the gap there now is actually 1.0. So he might have not gotten the DRS, but he's like much stronger in sector 3. So in sector 1 was where I was actually stronger than him. So to not maintain that advantage cost us into sector 2 and 3 now. And yeah, usually I open the gap in sector 1, but that time around I couldn't. And he did this thing, closed the gap in sector 2 and 3. The gap's 8 tenths now. He's in the DRS, and it's pretty much game over in terms of keeping the gap to him. And from now on, it was just going to be a wheel-to-wheel battle for 9-10 laps in a row. 9-10 laps, wheel-to-wheel battle. Who can like come on top? And you can see there how much like time, how much he's gained on us on the straight there, closing the gap. And when you have the reigning champion right up like behind you, it's not the best feeling, trust me. But I knew he was clean. I knew he would have like great battle doing it. And yeah, I mean there's nothing much more I can say about that. But you'll see from now until the end the amazing like battles we had and how exciting it was. And like I said, I'm still gutted about that half spin, like the half, like this like moment we had, because I feel like if I had not made that mistake, I would have kept him out of the DRS for a few more laps. But he was pushing, and we're both on the limit. I feel like we both extracted the most we like could out of the game by doing those consistent lap times. And you can see the gap we've pulled to Martin and the cars behind. So you can see how much pace we've had over the other guys. And this time round, lap 21, Cuban in the DRS, he goes round, he tries to go round the outside, brakes. We brake much later than him. Keep it on the inside. Hit the apex. Give him like car's width, and we hold it. We hold it round the outside just. And for us, this is good. Like we have like a 6.5 second gap to Martin, so we're free to battle. We can do whatever we want, and yeah, just going side by side. And that's the thing I actually want to show now. It's something you guys could perhaps take note as well. If you're ahead of like someone and you want to save, you feel like they'll be faster than you towards the end, just put it in lean where they can't overtake you. Just save the fuel and to use it like on the straights after, where they could actually have a chance against you to overtake like DRS zones and that. It's best to just save it there. And you can see now I actually use Rich before I even like enter the corner, and that's because it actually gives you great acceleration. It's bad on the tyres, but at the moment the tyres were feeling like good. And you'll see now I'm covering the inside, staying in Rich, putting into standard now. Again, once again, just braking later than Cupid. We give enough space to each other, hold it round the outside for this corner now. And once again, just look at that. And we actually get the screen rate, like frame rate drop, because someone's actually leaving the session. So sadly we're robbed off that battle, and Cupid just sensibly backed off. And that was actually Shree's leaving the session. So yeah, when it's your teammate leaving the session, it causes you to have that frame rate drop. I don't think it's the best feeling, but it's not really his fault either. And yeah, coming to the end of lap 23, we knew it was going to be like a dogfight battle. And yeah, 5 more laps to go, and Cupid just making it as hard as possible to us, like for us. And look at that, just coming into turn 1, he tries to like throw one round the outside, but we keep it on the inside, nice and juicy. And coming to the middle of lap 24 now, once again on the DRS straight, back straight, we cover the inside. This time once again he goes to the outside because we covered the inside, breaking 100 meter board, again hitting the apex. This time round we actually like get hold of the racing line, and yeah, so far it felt good. Like we had good battles in that, but I felt good because I was actually able to fend him off, and he had much more pace. Like technically he should have been passed and gone already, but somehow I managed to like keep the position. And coming to the end of, or coming to lap 25 now, and same straight, back straight, tires looking alright, like enough to go to the end. Rich mix, and this time he goes down the inside, and we're thinking, what can we do now? And I'm like a bit gutted that I didn't cover the inside, but we tried to just hang it around the outside. We get squeezed off, but it's fair enough. We just keep it on the inside now. We keep that position once again. Like I don't know how, but yeah, just managed to keep that, covering the inside sensibly there, giving Cupid no chance. And look now, I just stick it. Do I stick it in lean? No, I don't stick it this time, but I keep it in standard. And once again, just like not using fuel, because there's no point, because he's not going to overtake me here. It's just no one could really overtake anyone there. It's just really hard. And put into Rich now, using the fuel saved. Rich, corner before the straight, and look at the gap we have. That's what managing your fuel does. You can like cover off such things like that. And again, look at that now, already in Rich mix, coming out, like entering the corner. And coming to the back straight, once again we feel like we've got enough gap. Like I don't, like for me it felt like it's pretty much done and dusted. I didn't have to like do much, but this time once again he gained a lot on the straight, thinks about going around the outside, we cover the inside, he gets a switch back on us, thinks about hanging around the outside, but this time round we cover it nicely on the inside. And I actually I actually went to change my fuel mix there into lean, and I accidentally like just forgot about covering the inside completely, but we still managed to keep it there, all good. Stick it in lean because it just, like I said in the past, just, you can't really overtake it. Just put it in lean and switch into like standard or Rich, where they could possibly make a move. So just fend, like just, it's like you could use it like Kurz basically, if that makes any sense. But yeah, you could just use it as Kurz to your advantage. and if you just manage your fuel correctly, you can like defend like in such battles like this. And this time Cupid gets a switchback nicely on us. Thinks about like going down the inside, but we hold it round the outside, and that's probably the most ballsy thing I've done the whole season. And I still don't know why I did that, or why. Like, I mean, now looking back at it now, it felt good, but I don't think I would have done that in like any other race or whatever. But we kept it clean. Fair respect, like, to Cupid for keeping it clean. This time he goes down the inside of us. He's got DRS coming out the corner. We do our best to get the exit, but even though we're side by side, he has DRS and he's probably running slightly lower wings too, so we have no chance to fend him off this time. And fair play to him, like he did his absolute best. He gave us like space when we were racing wheel to wheel, and that's all I can say. Just fair respect to him, because he did nothing wrong. He gave us a good fight, pushed us both to the limit, and he deserved to get that move done. He deserved to get into first. He had much more pace. He once again just gave us a good battle, and yeah, that's all I can say about him. And at the moment, I was like honestly gutted. I was gutted to be second, and yeah, it's just I felt after all that, after like 27 laps of battling, like to end up finishing second would have been pretty disappointing for me, because like I said earlier, I just had the hunger to win this race, but I already knew going into the race that Cupid had extremely good pace, and it was actually came kind of surprising to me to see Martin, like, I want to say lacking pace out, but I don't want to be too harsh on him. I've heard that he doesn't like this track, so fair enough. Third place is still good for him, but maybe he can take it as a compliment by me saying that I was honestly surprised that he was a bit slower than us this race. And again, like I said earlier, Ciaru, like, if he didn't have that flying moment in turn 1, then maybe he could have given us a battle as well. And going back to this like race now, battling me and Cupid, we have DRS and everything, but we just don't have the straight line speed. And at the end of the straight here, I was in the same party chat with Cupid, and he asked me if I had any time penalties, and I said no, I don't. Like, I only have 2 warnings, but that's about it. And so yeah, like after that, I was just really surprised as to why he asked it, and like it just felt so casual from him just as we're racing. But yeah, you'll get to see why I did that. It's because he had a few time penalties, so he just wanted to let me win on track, have that first place on track, so I can have my Lewis Hamilton moment, and I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much once again, and I'll leave you to my feelings at the time.
Oh man. Yeah, sorry. Get in! Get in! Woo! Get in! Yes! Sarge, what'd you get?
8th.
Sarge, you got 8th?
Yeah.
We're champions! We're champions! Sonoj! We did it! Sonoj, we did it!
We did it.
Sonoj, we did it! Sonoj, we did it! Oh, man.
As you would have heard and seen there, that's how we felt like at the time, and just felt like adding some like footage of us doing donuts, like just driving together and everything, just felt really special for us, first brothers to do it as well, sealing both drivers and constructors this race. Yeah, just really good moment there. Really glad to have done it together with him, because we've always like talked about how amazing it would be to win something together, and especially in racing, and to be able to do that felt really good. And hopefully on the next game he'll be able to show what he's actually capable of, because I don't feel like there's no way this is actual pace, that he's much better than this. But yeah, and as you can see the final results there, we win, no time penalties, finish ahead of Cupid, and he just about finishes ahead of Martin. So him letting us win at the end there nearly cost him P2. But again, thank you very much to him. Siari managed to come back all the way to 4th. Really good from him. Good comeback once again. And our brother in 8th there. So yeah, that's it from me. Once again, sorry for the late upload, and honestly, I don't think Mexico will be out anytime soon. I'll try and get it out like maybe this weekend or mid next week, but it's just really busy lately, and I'll just do my best with that. Thank you for the support. Honestly, like, I can't thank you guys enough. The support's been really good, like, and strong during the whole season, and hopefully I can carry on doing this. And if my exams are not, if I don't know how I feel, like when the time comes sooner, maybe I'll decide if I do next season. I want to do it, but it's gonna be tough. But again, thank you for support, and I hope to catch you guys next time out in Mexico. Cheers.